Hey Cassie, it's Blake. I just wanted to let you know that Josh told me that I got my fifth email, so that means that I'm allowed to come back, right? Like that was it. I can come back now. So hopefully that's the case. I would really like to come back. Please let me come back. I'd love to come back and do episode 15. I think the listener really wants it. Not me. This isn't about me. Yeah. I just want to come back. I want to be your co-host so bad. Anyway, well, you're probably recording the current episode right now. So without any further ado, let's get on with the show. And I hope Josh can edit out this part now, because I don't know what else to say, but I think I said everything I was supposed to say. I just really want to come back on the show so bad. Okay, love you. Bye. Too-ta-loo.
Hey, and welcome to our podcast, Old for My Age with Cassie, who is me, Cassie, where we talk about the lighter side of things, the darker side of things, and sometimes we throw in a snack every now and then. This week, I'm excited to introduce my friend Parker. Parker, say hi.
Hello.
He's very excited to be here, probably more excited than I am, and we have some fun stuff to talk about today.
We do.
The first that I would like to address is these are the new pink chairs. How do you feel about them?
Well, I feel very honored that my butt is the first butt in this
I
chair.
can't say that, but
right?
I mean, at least for the podcast, it is.
It counts.
It counts. So why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself? Maybe tell the listener how we know each other and whatnot.
Hi, I'm Parker. I know Cassie through Savannah, right? And then through Angelica.
Yep.
Which is through me. It's an expanded tree here,
yeah.
But it kind of just circles around.
Now it does, yeah.
Yeah, now it does. She's got a cool house.
Thanks. A pink room specifically.
Yeah.
So what do you do for a living?
I work at an engineering firm,
okay,
sort of thing. Yeah.
What do you do for them?
I draw blueprints for electrical and buildings all over the
How did
country.
you come across that? How did you get the job?
A friend.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you didn't have to go to school for it or anything?
I did. Sort of. I took a class for 2 months.
Okay.
And then they hired me within. I was lucky. I actually failed the class. It's actually kind of a funny story, and I still got in because
you at least took the class. And they were
I took the class, and I guess I just lucked out. Yeah.
Okay.
I lucked out. Yeah, I got lucky.
Are you happy working there?
I'm so happy. Yeah.
Good.
So happy. Much better work-life balance, stuff like that.
Yeah, I know.
I get to do stuff like this.
I know. The difference in working a job with a sporadic schedule to a regular Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, 8 to 5, whatever, it makes a world of difference. So.
Yeah. Waking up at 5 a.m. is just not for everyone.
Yeah. I mean, in my opinion, I would rather be an early bird, start early, finish early type of deal. But
what would be your dream job?
My dream job, well, I guess it's not a job. Well, maybe it's a job. I don't know. Is to have my cat cafe.
Cat cafe?
Yeah, Catsy, Catsy. Speaking of, this is Benny. He's my middle child. He is my fattest cat.
Nice.
Oh, well, you kind of shamed him.
I'm a dog person.
He's leaving now.
Yeah, dogs are much better. Cats aren't nice. I don't know. Yeah.
Did you just see how elegant and sweet and kind he was?
Dogs are so much better. If you told a dog to come back, they'd come back.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
think
fact.
The important thing about cats is that they understand boundaries. And I think cat people understand boundaries a little bit more than dog people. If you think about it. If I were an animal, unfortunately, I do think I would be a cat. And I think if my husband, Logan, were an animal, he would be a dog. And the comparison that a lot of people have made is Andy Dwyer and April Ludgate from Parks and Recreation. Have you ever watched that show before?
I've watched that show, but I have no idea
what I'm talking about. Oh, that tracks. Well, Andy Dwyer is a very like goofball fun.
Go Office. Go like switch the scenario to The Office.
I don't know if I can. I mean, I guess no. I really don't think any of the couples on The Office would translate well. So like the stereotype of a golden retriever boyfriend, very loyal, very upbeat, very energetic, always kind, happy, running, and then the cat that wants to be touched only when they want to be touched. And is very territorial, and yeah, so that's how my relationship works. Not that it's important, but it just came to my head.
Interesting.
You wanted to mention about your general appreciation for the podcast.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
It's very important. So I just want to say, first of all, what you're doing is really awesome.
Cool.
Not that you need to hear what I have to say.
No, I mean, that's why you're here.
I gotta give you my input. And I think it's really awesome for, I have a little sister.
Yeah.
So, like, I listen to quite a few podcasts, but, I mean, from what I've noticed, just in generality, there's not a lot of women geared. There are some, but there's not a ton of women geared podcasts. And so I think that you're kind of like a person that can carry that flag.
Well, a counter argument to that is maybe there are a lot of women geared podcasts, but you're just not exposed to them as much.
Yeah.
Like, if we didn't know each other, what is the likelihood that you would have ever come across this podcast, right?
Yeah.
So, but I do get your point. I have a little sister too. She's not as young as your sister, but I get the importance of wanting to be a good influence and wanting to have people just understand like they're not alone in certain things.
Right. And I just want to say, like, it takes a lot for somebody to be like, I'm going to jump in front of a microphone.
Oh, it's intense.
Every week.
I know.
And do that.
Well, when we started, it was just me sitting with a microphone with my friends, tee-hee-hee, and now I've got 3 cameras in here.
And how many episodes?
Exactly. It can be a little intense. My sister told me when I was thinking about starting the podcast that, I think I already talked about this before, that everyone who can put themselves out on the internet like this has some level of narcissism. So I don't know if that's true, but I guess I can talk to my therapist about it and see if maybe I'm a narcissist, but
Yikes.
Who knows? That's just trauma to unpack for a different day, I guess. So good news. You may know this because you have listened to the podcast, but we had our friend Blake on the podcast 2 episodes ago. So episode 5, and this is now episode 7. Yeah. So he made the request that he wanted to return every episode that ended in 5. So 15, 25, etc. The condition was that he needed to get 5 emails with a request of them including a story, but it wasn't required. We just really wanted to know if people wanted to hear more of what Blake had to say, or really what he didn't have to say.
Yikes.
Mostly I say that because we didn't really talk about anything. We were kind of just running in circles. So we got the emails. I'm pulling them up now. One of them was an audio message, but I won't play that. We'll start with the first one that we got. We got an email with an anonymous story. So I'm going to read the story. It's a little bit of a roller coaster, so get ready.
All right.
Yeah. So this says, growing up, my dad was allergic to mushrooms, like any kind of mushroom, the drug kind or the food kind. My mom and I are big mushroom fans, but we could never have any in the house because my dad would have a reaction. So we could only eat them when we were out without him. Fast forward to when I was 15, my dad died. My mom had asked me to plan the funeral services and reception and such because it was very difficult for her. My dad's family came to our home following the events of the day, and my mom made some sort of joke about how we could finally have mushrooms in the house. Everyone looked at her confused, and she followed with, because he was allergic. And my grandfather laughs and says simply, "Did he tell you that? We used to feed him mushrooms and salads as a kid." My dad lied to us about his allergy in quotation marks because he didn't like them and didn't want my mom cooking them ever. Typical man behavior.
Typical man behavior.
So my question to you following this is, have you ever lied about having an allergy?
No. That's very weird. Like, I could die.
Yeah, I guess. I think it's funny. I mean, what a good bit, right? It's still a great bit from the grave. So I love it. All right. So the next one was sent from also an anonymous listener. And by anonymous listener, I mean Blake's dad. It doesn't have any context per se.
It's no longer anonymous.
But it could be used in a future date, right? We'll circle back to these. All right. He has more interesting stories. His bike in the attack of the killer plant, his kindergarten nickname, his favorite teacher, his football career, 1 touchdown. How he met his hot doctor wife, how he learned cooking, plumbing, electrical, and other neat skills. So we look forward to hearing Blake explain some of these little stories. One email was just from someone we actually didn't know, so that was exciting. Have Blake come back regularly to share some interesting stories with the listeners. One email was, believe it or not, from my dad. So I'll go ahead and read this one now. After Cassie's hardworking father came home and was supposed to be watching Cassie, he fell asleep, tired from working all of the overtime. Cassie, who was 1.5 to 2 years old, proceeded to get pink fingernail polish and paint Daddy's toenails while he slept, without spilling a drop on the couch. Impressive. Needless to say, this made for a great story for years to come. And now I like to paint my friends' nails in my free time. It's all about growth. The last one was the audio message.
Hey, Cassie, this is Tucker. I have to do this instead of email because the email is still not listed and the link tree is gone. But I want more Blake on the podcast, please. More Blake is better. We need him now on the podcast. And maybe me as well. Who knows what can happen. This is Tucker, by the way. Love it. Thanks. Bye.
We got a couple really interesting stories. All right. So before we get into, the other fun stuff, I wanted to do another callback from, I guess, last episode and our third episode. So if you recall, I told a story about how my friend Carly got a random dozen eggs from someone at the bar she worked at. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Okay. And then Carly was on last week and we talked a little bit more about the eggs.
That's just like another level.
Yeah, I know. It gets worse. So Carly texted me a photo today with the saying update on egg guy. Have you heard this yet? Did I say it out loud? Anyway, it's a napkin with a handwritten note. Brace yourself. Trigger warning for those of you listening. It does mention bumping of butts. If you ever want to make love with me one day, just smile. If you want to now, laugh out loud. So this is like a 60, 70-year-old man handing a crinkly napkin with a handwritten note to a 23-year-old woman at her place of work. Has anything like this ever happened to you? Have women ever talked like an older
all
woman
the time. No, I'm kidding.
No.
No. No, that's very creepy.
Yeah.
And I understand like I turn that to like it's a joke, like it's me, but no, I'd still be creeped out.
It's very creepy.
It's very creepy. It doesn't even matter how old the person is.
That's a good point too.
I understand like he's 67 or whatever, but like it wouldn't have mattered if he was 20.
Yeah.
Like
it's just not a good move. Not a good look.
Not a good look.
There's other ways to get someone else's attention without crossing a line.
There's also other ways to make sure that you do not get invited back to a restaurant.
Very true. I mean, if there was security, I'm sure they would have been called.
Like stand on top of a table and like start dancing or something.
Maybe you don't
That'd
have to be
way cooler way.
You don't have
to
to be
out.
Gross or disgusting, especially to a young woman.
Or if you're gonna do that, just fling the booger.
There you go.
Fling the booger.
That'll get you kicked out.
Yeah.
That'll get you on a list somewhere.
That should be a challenge. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
I'd feel bad for people.
Okay, so you wanted to talk about how you met your friends.
Yes. So I gotta start from like the beginning.
Okay.
It's not gonna make sense at first, but then it will at the end because
I'll try to follow along.
All right. So beginning, right? My mom and Angelica's mom are best friends. They live right behind each other.
Yeah.
So like
Angelica is here. She's just not on camera.
Right.
Or refuses to be recorded, but she is the creative director of this podcast.
So like here's my house.
Okay.
And here's Angelica's house. and they're right behind
Move over
each
this
other.
way.
This way?
There you go. Yeah. This is Angelica's house.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is, I guess this is my house.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and our backyards connect.
Okay.
So she had a brother. She has a brother. She didn't have. He's still here.
She has many brothers.
Yeah, she has many brothers, actually, yeah. And we were best friends growing up, and then I went to Texas and all that, blah, blah, blah. And then I came back after high school, and I moved in with my grandparents, and we reconnected. And since then, we've been friends. And then I met Savannah.
Mm-hmm. Who is also a part of the podcast, just not in the frame.
Right. And then Savannah met Josh, and I guess Savannah knew you,
yeah.
but we just didn't know you.
Yeah, that was pre-Cassie times.
Oh, okay. And then COVID hit. I mean, let's not forget that.
Yeah.
That was a big, that was like everybody shut off for like a year and a half.
I know, scary.
It was crazy. But anyway, at least we're here. Yeah. So now I'm here. That's pretty much it.
You did, may I point out, forget to mention your girlfriend.
Oh, my girlfriend's not just a friend, though. That's like a significant other.
I know, but if you're talking about like
okay.
the chronological order of everything.
And
Tucker.
And Tucker then. And Josh.
Mm-hmm. Well, you did mention Josh.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think I gave him that much cred then.
So tell me about how you met your girlfriend.
Okay, so.
Whose name is Kaylee, for those who don't know her.
Yes. I just want to say my girlfriend's the sexiest woman ever to live. Okay? She really is. And the fact that she puts up with my is spectacular. No, so Kaylee was actually my boss there for a little bit.
Gasp.
Yeah. Anyway, everybody kind of knew, but like they didn't know, and it didn't really matter because just it's a grocery store, and we worked there for a long time, and then she got transferred, and we just kept going.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like when I say transferred, I mean like she went to a different store, and I was in the same store.
Okay.
And we just things have been going great, and yeah.
How long have you guys been together?
Oh man, Cassie, you're putting me on the spot
I
right
mean,
now.
yeah.
Jesus. 3 years. Angelica's giving me the thumbs up.
That's the right answer.
That's got to be it. Yep.
Well, since I've already put you on the spot, I can't think of a better time to put you on the spot even more. I sent you a form with some questions about Kaylee, your girlfriend.
Oh.
Do you remember your answers to the questions?
I think so.
Okay. So I asked Kaylee, what is your favorite color? And what was your answer?
I
asked Kaylee, yeah. What was your answer when I asked you? What is Kaylee's favorite color?
Oh, okay, so that's what you're asking. What's Kaylee's favorite?
Mm-hmm.
I said pink/black.
First of all, Kaylee, those are my two favorite colors. Thank you. Second of all, you did get that one right. The answer was pink. And I'm sure black is her second favorite color.
Yep.
Who is your favorite musical artist? And when I'm saying that, I mean, who is her favorite musical artist?
Okay. I said Ariana Grande. That's not it.
Valid effort. Unfortunately, the correct answer was Drake.
Dang. That was going to be like my second or third, actually.
This one, I knew the answer to. Okay?
Oh, you
and
did?
I have only known Kaylee for how long? I don't know. Not very long at all. So if you don't have the correct answer to this one, I will be embarrassed for you. Okay? What is Kaylee's favorite food?
Tacos.
That was right.
Yeah.
Honorable mention. What's her second favorite food? What she has to have every night.
Oh, hot Cheeto popcorn.
Yeah.
Duh.
Good. That one was
She
good.
better have that when she's laying in bed every night.
And if she won $5,000, what would she spend it on?
Buying a house.
Okay. I will count that, kind of. She did say pay off everything.
Okay.
So, I mean, broad question, broad answer. We'll allow it.
All right.
What is her biggest fear?
Oh, man. This one was hard. I believe my answer was like, I don't really think anything. But, like, I feel like, I don't know. Like, what did I say? Did I say, like, bugs?
Let me see
or
what you said.
Something. I really did not know what her biggest fear is because she's
I'm being honest. If I were asked that question, I don't even know what I would put for myself because I feel like there are so many. Yeah, you put don't know that she has one. Probably dying. Not too sure.
Probably dying. Not too sure.
I mean, I feel like that's everyone, but not everyone.
It's weird because she's fearless, but she's smart when it comes to taking risk.
Okay.
Yeah.
So good balance is what you're saying.
Yeah, it's a great balance.
So she said car accident, roaches, snakes, and spiders.
Wow. I should have known about the car accident one. That one's, yeah.
But you did really well. I mean,
Yeah.
you did really well. You did much better than that guy, Blake.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
For sure. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, and you did really well on those questions, I think we wanted to talk to you a little bit about why your time in Texas was so impactful for you. How long were you there?
I was in Texas from 7th grade
Okay.
all the way until I graduated.
Okay.
I moved maybe the month of or like 2 months after I graduated.
Okay.
It's kind of fuzzy there. It was really great because of the culture in Texas.
Interesting.
It's way different than here.
I can imagine.
Where are you from?
Here.
You're from here.
Yes.
Okay.
Born and raised.
That's where I was born and raised.
Yep.
Went to Texas. It's very culture based. When I say that, I mean like they hold the door open for you when you go into a gas station. Like
Yeah.
It's very like if I was stuck on the side of the road, maybe 6 cars would go by and then somebody would pull over and ask if I was okay.
Yeah.
Here, not like that. Not like that at all. It's
I will say, I do try to hold the door open for everyone that I possibly can.
Well, that's very nice of you.
But what else? What else about Texas?
I mean, it's just very like they're very religious as well. It's very friendly.
Okay.
Very friendly, and they're very hardworking for like the most part. Like I learned like all of my work ethic from
Texans.
Texas.
Yeah.
Texans. So I lived with my buddy my senior year, and it changed my life.
Oh, wow.
It literally changed my life. Yeah, I moved out, just family issues,
Yeah.
stuff like that. And I moved out. It was the best thing for me. And I'm very grateful to this day that happened because I wouldn't have learned as much as I did. It taught me how to tolerate people.
Good.
Like, because let's be honest, at some point we all get sick of each other and we got to like...
Conflict resolution type of deal?
Right.
Yeah.
I knew like, okay, in order for me to get along with this, like you learn how to get along with someone. Like it's like roommated.
Yeah.
Like, we literally slept in the same room. So there was that. His dad really taught me work ethic.
Oh.
Yeah. So I was very grateful for that. And it really it kind of like slapped me in the face.
Yeah.
It was like, you don't have anything set up.
Yeah.
Like, you're just like I can either follow the path I've been given or I can take another route and I can make my own.
So it basically put everything into perspective for you.
Right.
Okay.
Right. And then that's when I started looking at everything that was like bad that happens to you. I started looking at things as a learning perspective.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
So just changing your lens on things.
Right.
Like,
right. Really changing your point of view. So it's like, it's all like psychology. I mean,
yeah.
you've probably talked to somebody that studied psychology or
maybe myself. Yeah.
And like you can be mad at something, but you can tell yourself things.
Changing the way that you think.
Right.
Yeah.
You can change the way you think. It's going to put you in a better mood. You're going to get along. A lot of people struggle with this. That's why we have arguments.
I mean, I myself struggle with it. Personally, for me, I know I've talked about this before, something that I struggle with pretty significantly is body dysmorphia. I know it's very prevalent. I'm very aware that, it's not just me, but sometimes my brain will tell me, it's just me. I'm the only one who feels this way. So one of the things my therapist has told me is to rewire those thoughts. Think of the thought as a train and change the tracks of the train. So
right.
Rather than focusing on, oh my gosh, my thighs are getting so big, I have new stretch marks, this is really overwhelming, change the track of the thought. Wow, I can't believe all that my body is doing for me. I can eat, I can sleep, I can run, I can walk, I can hang out with my friends. Rather than finding something negative with everything, look for the good. And that's one of the things I actually wrote in your post was that we don't know each other very well. We're pretty new to each other, but one of the things I have noticed about you is that you do try to look for the good in everything. Yeah,
it's just something that, I don't know, I'm constantly looking for kindness.
Yeah.
Like I never go into a situation not expecting anything out of it. Like, do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. So my question is, since you've taken on this different view or different perspective in life, how do you deal with it when you do come across something that really rubs you the wrong way?
Okay. Because there are times where I do get mad.
I mean, yeah.
Everybody does.
You're human.
You can ask my girlfriend. She's sitting right over there. I mean, I get pissed.
Yeah.
And I think the way to calm down is to just accept whatever's happened, because you can't change it. Mm-hmm. There's no changing it. There's no going back.
Can't go back in time, yeah.
You can't go back in time and fix it. So the longer I'm sitting here thinking about it, the more time I'm wasting.
That's a good way to think about it, yeah.
And so would I rather do that, or would I rather waste my time playing video games? I'd rather waste my time playing video games.
I mean, I guess it's not really a waste of time if you're doing something that you love.
Right.
So,
or, doing... going outside or going for a walk, whatever you do.
Now, I don't know this for sure, but if I'm thinking about it, how do you prevent yourself from just becoming someone who gets walked all over, right? If you're always in a good mood, you're always looking for the positive things, how do you make sure you're not getting taken advantage by anyone?
Okay, so that is a great question.
Yeah.
There are times where you have to respect yourself enough to tell your friends that, hey, like...
This is a boundary?
This is a boundary.
Yeah.
I need you to be on the other side of that boundary.
Got it.
How
often does that happen for you, that you have to do that?
My friends... I mean, I can't even remember the last time, it never happens.
Never.
You don't hang out with people that you're going to...
Have issues with.
Yeah.
Sometimes people do, though. Sometimes they do, and sometimes they don't know that there are better options out there for them.
Right.
And I think, to kind of jump off of that thought, in our age range, I think it's a little bit more difficult to make friends because, we're not in school. We're not seeing the same people our age all day, every day. A lot of the time where we work, we're with a diverse population, and that includes like race, ethnicity, age. So I think it might be a little bit harder for people to make friends. I think what I'm trying to say is I really don't know what point I was trying to make. Maybe that if you are in our age group and you feel like you are struggling to make friends, to make connections, to meet a partner, etc. My point that I'm trying to make is there are more ways than you know to connect with other people who make you feel safe, wanted, and welcome. There's different types of clubs you can reach out to in the community. You can join an adult sports team. So if you aren't lucky like we are and you don't have friends who support you and respect your boundaries, there are options. You're not alone.
I also want to kind of add on to
that. You go ahead. I think I really derailed us there for a second.
No. I like where you're going. So I think most people at our age kind of have their mind made up a little bit of like how they're going to be, how they're going to do things, what they want to do in life. They have a pretty good generality goal.
Yeah.
And I think that is a problem. So I think you shouldn't limit yourself.
Oh yeah.
To not do something. Okay, before I met my girlfriend, I hated roller coasters. My buddy in high school always made me ride them, but I did not like them. I didn't like them. I feared it. It was a big fear of mine. But Kaylee made me go on them. I love them now. I understand that's a kind of scaredy cat story, but
no,
be open to doing the things you don't want to do.
Can I piggyback off of that?
Yeah, go.
You told me a few weeks ago a long, really long list of foods that you don't like.
Okay, I know where you're going.
And I happened to sneak 2 of those foods into our dinner tonight, and you enjoyed them.
We don't talk about that.
What? Ranch. I made the buffalo chicken, and it had ranch in it. Cream cheese. The mac and cheese had cream cheese in it. So if we're talking about growth, we might as well open it up to the whole picture. That includes your long list of foods.
You also didn't tell me they were in there.
I did tell you.
I feel like it doesn't count.
After the fact.
It doesn't really count, though.
But you did say it was the best chicken you've ever had.
It is the best chicken I've ever had.
So, lesson learned. Circling back a little bit, we are in our 20s. Wait, you just No, you're turning 23, right?
Friday.
Yeah. So, and I will be turning 24 next month. I think it's safe to say that it can be intimidating how people in your friend group or in your age group are in totally different places in their life. Like, I constantly am seeing people in our age group who are married and, you know, they have the house and they're starting to pop out babies. And I put a lot of pressure on myself, like, oh, you know, I need to start getting ready to have kids. And then I spend time with my friends who are in a totally different place than I am. They're not thinking about kids, like, at all, you know, especially our friends that are teachers. They're like, we want to do the exact opposite of thinking about kids.
So I actually have 2 friends that have, I think they both have 3 kids. Actually, no, one has 3 kids. The other one has 2 kids.
Yeah.
And I work with them.
Mm-hmm.
And they haven't changed. Like, do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know how most people...
Are they men?
They are men. I know what you're saying. But what I'm saying is, like, they still give me the time of day to speak to me.
Yeah.
And we still
That's
hang
very
out.
important. Yeah.
And I kind of look at that because I'm like, they don't belittle me because they have kids.
Yes.
Do you get what I'm saying?
That you're in a different spot in your life. Yeah.
They treat me like I am another person. And
yeah.
I've always been told that I have an old soul.
Oh, me too. Old for my age with Cassie. Ching. Yep. But yeah, I get it. I think it just goes to show that who you surround yourself with just impacts the trajectory of your life.
Huge on that. That's another thing that I'm huge on. The friends you have should really push you and drive you to do better for the things that you want. And if they're not doing that, if they're just like chilling,
Yeah.
you probably shouldn't. I mean, I'm not saying you shouldn't be friends with them, but I'm saying those aren't the people you want to spend the most time with.
Yeah.
Because you can spend a lot of time chilling.
Yeah.
A lot of people spend a lot of time chilling.
I think I probably need more time to chill.
There you go.
So, what's your 5-year plan?
My 5-year plan? Right now I got a 1-year plan.
Okay.
I'm trying to buy a house
Okay.
in a crazy, hectic market.
Yeah.
My 5-year plan, though, probably buy my second house.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Ambitious. Love it.
Yeah.
I don't know how you're going to
Not
afford
owning
that,
2 homes, but like, you know, buying my first home, living in that for a while.
And then, I see what you're saying.
then-
okay, upgrading.
Yeah, if not having like a lot of my mortgage paid off, that would be like a really big...
Yeah. What are you looking for right now in a house?
A room and a bathroom.
That is solid.
And a kitchen.
Preferably.
Yeah, I'm actually looking for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath.
The standards are high.
Yeah. No, I'm looking for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, but I'm looking for affordable.
Are
like
you
I
and
said,
Kaylee going to be getting this house together?
Yes.
Yeah, that helps. That
Yeah.
helps. Trust me.
No,
Been
I'm
there,
going to be
done that.
Kaylee's renter.
That's feminism, baby. It's really not. But
Wow.
okay. So digging into the deep end, we wanted to kind of address why I guess we already did. Why you always have a smile on your face. But is there anything else you wanted to add to that? You know, talk about anxiety or anything around those topics?
So when I was in high school, this is going to get really deep.
That's fine.
So
I'm here for it.
all right. So when I was in high school, believe it or not, I actually wanted to commit suicide.
Wow.
It got to that point.
Yeah.
And it's a serious matter. It's not something to, you know, that's kind of why I'm always wanting to talk to people.
Yeah. Check
It's
in on
really
them.
changed me and realized how much I have to live for, not just for myself, but for the people around me. And to make a decision like that would be very selfish.
Yeah. A
And
lot of
so-
people do see it that way.
I got put in a mental hospital for about a week.
Okay.
They told me it was going to be 2 days, and it ended up being a
Basically like a Baker Act type of deal.
I get in this room and I talk to this guy on the iPad, and he basically asked me, "Did you have suicidal thoughts?" And I didn't want to answer him.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Okay, it's like he makes you sound like it's okay to tell him, and then you tell him yes, and then he's like, "All right, you're going in."
Yeah.
So I get in there, and this is why I really think this is the biggest turning point in my life. Oh man, I'm about to get emotional about it. So I met this kid in there. So you bunk with these people, okay? There's like 12 rooms, no doors,
Ooh.
no shoelaces. You can wear certain clothes. Like they inspect everything that you have. They take everything away from you. They put in a box. It's like a glorified jail. There's one TV and there's like multiple little kid tables. So there was this kid in there when I got there, and he like calmed me down. Like he's probably, I don't know, a year younger than me.
Yeah.
He's around my age. He was like 15. I might have been like 16 at the time or something. But we bunked. We were in the same room, and he was like calming me down. And I just became friends with this kid, you know. And this is over a week, so there's a lot of time where, I mean, you don't have a phone.
Yeah.
You don't have.
You have a lot of time to fill.
I mean, there's a TV, but it's got one channel on it, and it's small, and it's up in the corner. So you're spending a lot of time with these people. And so we're just hanging out every day. We're like building puzzles, like, you know, and stuff like that. And I was really shocked to hear that he had never, religious warning. He had never heard of God, never heard of a Bible. Yeah. I found out that this kid had been in there for 3 months.
In Texas?
In Texas. His parents left him there.
Wow.
Yeah. Not sure. I think he was also... It was like suicidal thoughts. He had nowhere to go.
That's so sad.
Yeah. Like nowhere to go. And as rough as I thought I had it, I mean, I was there for 2 days and I was like, holy.
Get me out. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I was like, this is not for me. Like what was I? It's like a slap in the face, but it was like a really good slap in the face.
Yeah.
Because it really shows you how strong you are and how much you can deal with and how much maybe you weren't realizing.
Well, I mean, emotions in general at that age feel very big, right?
Right.
Very big. You don't always have the tools or the support to sort through them. So I can understand how it can build up to that point, but it sounds like maybe going to the hospital was what you needed to change that perspective. So was this before or after you had moved in with your friend?
This is before.
Okay.
So my mom dropped off a box of, because your parents were allowed to come and like drop stuff off. And so I gave him my Bible because my mom dropped it off to me, just giving it to me. I was really gung-ho, like, I'm going to be a youth pastor one day. Like, she just dropped it off and I gave it to him. And I kid you not, like, the last 2 days I was there, he was reading that book every day.
Wow.
Yeah. And it was just so cool to see, like, whether you're religious or not, for him to be in there for 3 months.
That's a long time.
And just go up to people. I mean, literally, one of the nights while I was there, one of the security guards got attacked.
Oh.
Yeah. And I'm laying there in bed, like, and heard it.
That's so sad.
Like, out in the hallway. Yeah. And so, like, for him to have the kindness out of his heart to, like, he doesn't give a crap about any of those people.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
So he went out of his way to make you feel better.
Right.
So you kind of went out of your way to make him feel less alone.
I tried. It was nowhere near the comparison of what he did for me. Because, I mean,
but the effort was still there.
The kids that are in there it's bad.
Oh,
like,
it's
really bad.
I know. Yeah.
You're like, holy cow. Like.
Yeah, when I worked in child welfare, I often had to go to the hospital and deal with children who had been Baker acted or, you know, were in the hospital for various mental reasons. So it was always very shocking and emotional to see young people like that. So I can only imagine what you went through being there so long, too. Yep.
But what I'm trying to say out of all of that is, like, any other kid could have went into that and went the other way.
Yeah.
Right?
It doesn't sound like the most cushy environment to make you want to feel better about your life, you know?
Right. But it was just like that kid in there really, like, made me think, like, holy cow. Mm-hmm. Like, that dude's been in there for 3 months.
Yeah.
Because he has nowhere to go. And then I found out that he actually got transferred to another one.
Oh, like, wow. Are you still in contact with him?
I'm not. Yeah. I'm not, unfortunately.
It's okay.
Yeah. But so that changed my life.
How far you've come since then, you know?
Right. I don't really like to think about those times, but sometimes it's good to see, like, where I came from and look at where I'm at now. And I'm like, I'm not supposed to be here.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not supposed to be here. Like, I'm not supposed to be friends with any of these people. I'm not supposed to be with her.
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to be talking to you.
I know. Well, but you are. I mean, it just goes to show the importance of, I don't know, just having the one little piece of belief inside of you that knows that there's a reason to keep on going, that there are people who love you and care about you, and there's so much to live for, even though some days it can feel so overwhelming and like there's nothing above the surface. There's always something out there. If it's not a person, then it's a thing. If it's not a thing, then it's a pet. And I can say for sure that, you know, this group of friends has been so amazing for me in so many ways. And yeah, I get it.
Yep. And I don't know about you, but I just want to continue to like if I could have 50 more friends,
yeah,
like I'd do it. I'd be down for it. I tried to remember all their birthdays, but I suck at it. So
I think that's where I'm going to disagree with you. I think I've hit a firm number of friends. Yeah, I don't think I can handle any more. And I don't think I could handle any less. So.
Well, we're not saying like close friends. We're talking like the friends you see like, you know, every 3 months.
I guess, but I think I'm the type of person where I would choose a small community of close friends, like exactly very close friends, rather than a huge variety of acquaintances. It's more meaningful to me to have people who know me and understand me than people who know my middle name and like not very much else about me. So
yeah, I mean, anytime you want to think of the bright side, we could be homeless.
Yeah, we could be homeless.
Yeah.
You know, a good way for me to keep myself in check is to tell myself, hey, stop throwing your little pity party. This sucks, but tomorrow will be better. This thing is awful. This isn't fun, but you will have joy tomorrow. So I get it. I mean, I have to be honest. I've never myself been in a position that it sounds like you were in, but I do struggle with anxiety every now and then. And sometimes it's hard to channel those thoughts and regulate them. And I'm learning. Every day is a new day. I learn something new every day. And I think every day there's a new reason to keep going. Yeah. Specifically my cats. I always joke and I say Teddy, my cat, saved my life. Not that it was ever in danger, but he just did. You gotta meet him. You'd understand, you know.
Is that the one that was crawling on your back out there?
No.
That's a different one.
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you for feeling comfortable enough to share that story with me. I know off the top of my head a few people that listen to the podcast that it's really going to resonate with. And I'm glad that as a man, you feel the courage to speak out about it, because as Josh and I talked about in episode 3, with men, it's not as easily welcomed to talk about your emotions. So it's really refreshing and encouraging to see a man be so passionate in general and specifically, you know, be able to be vulnerable enough to talk about how they're feeling or how they felt. So, yeah. Well, now that we're digging out of the deep end and going on to happier things, we have something really exciting that we're going to do. And it's for our snack attack. But before we do that, why don't we go ahead and do our Muppets. Okay, are you a Muppet fan? That took too long for you to say yes. So I'm just going to pretend like you did say yes. There are 12 limited edition miniature Lego Muppets that you are able to get.
The way that package looks, it doesn't look very limited.
Well, it is. We so far have Gonzo the Great, Kermit the Frog, Miss Piggy, and the Swedish Chef.
So they've all been different.
They've all been different. So we've been very lucky to have all different ones.
I'm going to get a duplicate.
So, no. Didn't we just talk about positive thoughts?
Yeah.
Yeah. You that thought right away and, you know, have some happy thoughts.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe. Who do you think you're going to get before you open it?
Okay.
You don't know the character's names, so just point to them and I'll let you know. Girl.
Hold on. Damn. Really can't tell. I don't like this. I almost want to say it's going to be the The chef, but I think it's going to be the chef.
Okay, open it up.
Do you know they're all different?
No, I don't know anything about them. I mean, I know the characters' names, but
You know what'd be even better?
I don't have X-ray vision.
If
I
this
didn't
came
open
out
them
and it was
up and then look at which ones were in which one and then seal it up.
If it came out and there's a Star Wars picture. All right. What do you think it is?
Girl, it's not my
Well, I know what it
thing
is
to
now.
guess. Well, yeah, you know what it is. You opened it up.
Well, you don't know what it is.
No, I don't. Wow, that's a lot. Animal! Yay! How exciting. I wonder if he has his little drum set.
He does.
Wow. What a way to wrap up a podcast, am I right? You would be wrong. We're actually going to wrap up the podcast by doing our snack attack, which is really exciting because we're going to do a chicken tender taste test. So we're going to start by blindfolding ourselves. Do you want to do that before or after you assemble your Lego?
I feel like this should have been a competition.
Yeah, that one has a lot more pieces than the other ones do.
I know, because it's got a full drum set. I actually need to read the instructions. What are they doing out there?
I don't know what she's doing.
What's going on out there? No ghosts? Got any dad jokes?
I recently heard a really good joke, but I can't.
Man, hold on. I think I got one.
I do have one.
I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I'm trying to remember the one from last night. What was it? Oh, I got it.
Okay.
What did the teddy bear say after he left the restaurant?
I don't know.
Oh, man. I'm stuffed.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Owls.
Owls who?
Yeah, they do. I love a good dad joke.
Dang, you actually need instructions for this.
Yeah, that's
this is
really intense. None of the other ones have been that.
A full set.
Wow, you have a Fat Belly fishing blindfold shirt.
No,
I need a
we're
sauce.
not gonna take the...
Wow.
Cover my eyes. Okay.
I don't know what I was thinking.
Yo, if one of these things is ranch, babe,
Babe,
I only trust you.
babe, where are you? Oh, he's not here.
Babe, I need you to tie this. I'm not... Oh, you're just gonna suffocate me. That's fine.
Do it for the podcast.
Babe, is that you? Babe? Whoa. Damn, babe, you didn't shave this week, did you?
Hey, don't talk about my friend like that. Is there sauce on this?
I am gonna have to take my retainer out. Why is it on a fork?
Are we recording still? So for those of you listening and watching, we have 4 different types of chicken tenders here. We have a Publix chicken tender, Chick-fil-A, Zaxby's, and PDQ. Am I talking in the microphone? Okay, yeah, I am. Okay, so the goal is to get each chicken tender correct. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, we have these are both the same ones, right? Okay.
Ready?
And ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh. Oh.
Zaxby's. Done deal at Zaxby's.
It's not Chick-fil-A.
Never lost. I'd never lost.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
That's Zaxby's.
It's not Chick-fil-A. That's all I can say.
No, I know
Not
Chick-fil-A.
PDQ. So maybe I agree with you by default.
Never lost. That was Zaxby's.
Ugh, nothing worse than dry chicken.
That was Zaxby's. That was not dry.
Ugh.
Hmm?
It's a big bite. Okay, are you ready? Hello?
I don't like this.
Oh,
I don't
we're
like
trying
that.
it? 3, 2. It's not Chick-fil-A. I think it's Publix.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's so dry. Can I spit
Yep,
it out?
that's Publix. Dry chicken, man. But hey, that's some pretty good chicken, man. You know what I'm saying? I think I just got hit with a tendy. Woo, woo.
Is it time for number 3? Are you ready?
Stop feeling it up.
That's not Chick-fil-A. Oh, PDQ.
Yeah, it's PDQ.
Yeah.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
I love this game.
Are you ready?
Yep. It's Chick-fil-A.
Oh, damn.
Haven't even tasted it yet.
Oh, yeah, I can tell by the smell.
Yeah, 'cause you're filling it up every time.
Chick-fil-A is the best out
That
of all
it
those.
really is.
Yeah,
Until it's Sunday.
hands down. How did we do?
Can we take the blindfold off?
I took mine off.
I don't know what this means.
You got 4 out of 4.
Woohoo! Sorry you guys had to watch me spit that out. Well, wrapping it up for real now. How would you rate your snack attack experience?
Well, I gotta say, that was like a 4 out of 4 experience.
Can you rate it out of 10, please?
I'd rate it definitely a 9.5.
What would have made it a 10?
A Miller Lite.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I'll give it a 9 out of 10 because some of that chicken was really dry.
That was just the Publix.
Yeah, the Publix one. It was reheated. We'll give it that, but it was not very good. Well, thank you for your time, Parker. I hope you've had a wonderful experience here in the Pink Room. Is there anything you'd like to end on? A note you'd like to share to the listener?
Yes.
Okay.
So, I want to know if moving forward, me and Blake can be on a podcast because I love Blake.
I do love Blake, but don't tell him I said that.
And Blake and me on a podcast would be awesome.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
You know what? You can take that up with Blake. He does get every episode that ends in 5. And if he wants to share one of those episodes with you, that's up to him. Is that fair enough?
Blake, if you're out there, I know where you live.
Please. Well, I hope everyone listening to this had a little bit of fun, could relate to some of it, maybe share it with a friend who might be struggling as well. Just know that you're not alone. Someone is always out there. The new suicide hotline number is now 988.
Yep.
So if you or anyone you know are struggling and you need someone to talk to, please don't hesitate to pick up the phone. It is just 3 numbers away. I hope you have a great day. I hope you have a great month. I hope you see some pretty flowers and you get to hug someone you love. And we'd appreciate it if you'd like, share, subscribe. Oh, one last thing before we go. What's our Instagram count? It is important to note that we are recording this on a Tuesday and we normally record on a Thursday. But today we're at 87, which is super exciting. Thank you, everyone. That's it. Toodaloo. Toodaloo.